Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time watching, then welcome. Today we're going to be testing out this little baby here, which is obviously the Jaclyn Hill palette volume 2, her collaboration with Morphe. I just received this 1 or 2 hours ago. I'm very excited to give it a go. I actually didn't have or don't have the volume 1 palette. I was planning on getting it, and then the whole lipstick drama happened and I just kind of was like, I'm just going to steer clear of that for now. But I know that it was a huge palette when it came out. Probably, I remember hearing somewhere it was the highest selling makeup product of all time, which is crazy. And so when they announced the volume 2 palette, I knew that I was going to buy this one. I needed to give this one a go. And also the color story in this palette is a lot more of colors that I would use. Yeah, I didn't want to go and buy a whole 35 pan palette of pretty much just neutrals, because I'm not a huge neutral wearer. Yeah, this color story is definitely more me, and I'm so excited to give this a go. I've already got the look in my head that I want to do, so I'm hoping this works out, because it's always disappointing when you have a look that you want to do and it just fails. So I'll give you guys a look of, obviously it's very shiny, so that is the outside of the palette. On the back is just plain with all the technical legal stuff there. Ooh. Ooh. It smells like, it does kind of smell like I don't know, paint or glue or something. But this is the gorgeous palette. I'm obsessed with these purple shades down here. I really like the look of this Talia shade, this yellow, and all these neutrals are definitely colors that I would use. I tend to lean towards more like warm tone, like this one here, like a rusty kind of, I don't know, it's like a terracotta almost shade. So yeah, I'm very excited to use this palette. I think there are a lot of different uses you can use this for. I'm not going to do a review per se, because I know there's so many other reviews on YouTube already, and I'm probably not the best person for that. You probably would trust someone else like Nikki Tutorials or whatever. In saying that, I have watched Nikki Tutorials review on this, and she really loves this palette. So I think that's all you guys need to know, is that Nikki likes it, so I'm sure we all will. Without further ado, let's get on into the tutorial. Okay, so as you can see, I've got my face makeup and my eyebrows done already. And I've also popped on a white eyeshadow base on my eyelid, which is my P.Louise base in the shade Rumour 0. The first thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be laying down the main crease color. So I'm going to be doing 2 different colors in the crease. So I'm going to be doing like pink on the inner half, and on the outer half I'm going to be doing purple. So to do that, I'm going to be taking these 2 brushes. So one is a small fluffy blending brush, and the other is like a fluffy domed crease brush. If I had 2 of the blending brushes, I'd be using 2 of those, but I don't. So that blending brush is a lot smaller than a regular blending brush, and this is just to keep the color in a smaller area. So the 2 shades that I'm going to be using for those crease colors are this purple one called Not My Journey, and this dark pink called Dance Party. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to first tap these on, so packing it on into the crease and making sure that I get into the crease and not above the crease, because we don't want that to be too high for when we're blending it. And I'm going to do both of those colors first, and then I'm going to begin to blend those out using those same brushes. And I'm just going to do this very slightly, just going to make it a bit easier to blend out the next shade. And I'm going to be applying the purple just in a slight winged out shape. Okay, now that we've got the pink and purple in the crease, we're going to blend those both out. So I'm going to be using 2 fluffy blending brushes, and I'm going to be going in with this shade here called Therapy Sesh and this shade here called Lolli Mama. I'm going to half place the brush over the colour that's already there and half on the blank skin that's above it, and that's just going to blend out what we've already got on the eye, and then it's also going to add in that other colour slightly above that just to help that blend out nicely. And we're going to get those two shades to blend in with each other as well. I'm also just going to go back in with those two darker shades and help use those to blend those into the transition shades and just to increase the pigment. Okay, now that that's kind of blended out, it needs some more blending still. So I'm going to go in with this white shade here called Certified, and using another fluffy crease brush, I'm just going to buff those edges out and get that blend a bit more blended. Alright, now that we've got the crease colours blended out nicely, I'm going to prep the eye to do a cut crease. So I'm going to remove the product off the eyelid and carve out my crease using micellar water and a flat rounded concealer brush, and then afterwards I'm going to wipe that off using a cotton tip. Okay, now we've got the eye ready, we're going to go in and carve out the crease. So to do that, I'm taking this flat rounded concealer brush and my P.Louise base in the shade Rumour 0. Okay, now we have the crease carved out. I'm going to add in some colour. So I'm going to start with the darker purple on the outer corner and then the lighter purple, and then I'm going to go in for the rest of the eyelid with this yellow shade here called No Joke. And to do that, I'm going to use these two brushes, the larger one for more, all over application, and the smaller brush to get right in there in the kind of edges of that and just make sure there's no more white showing. Okay, so that is the top of the eyes complete. Now we're going to smoke out the lower lash line. So using the same colours that we used in the crease, so the dark purple and pink and the lighter purple and pink, and also using the same brushes, I'm going to apply the purple on the outer half and the pink on the inner half. Alright, now I'm going to add some eyeliner in my waterline. Actually, it's lip liner. I'm going to be taking my Kylie Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Kourt K and put this in my waterline. I never actually use this on my lips because I hardly ever use, in fact I can't even remember the last time I used my Kylie lip kit, so this is strictly eyeliner for me pretty much. Now for highlighter, I'm going to use one of the shades from the palette. So I'm going to use this shade here called I'm In It, and that has like a really gorgeous purple shimmer to it. It's a white, but it's like a pearlescent purpley shimmer. So I'm going to use this all over the face. For my inner corner highlight and my brow bone highlight, I'm going to use this tiny little eyeshadow brush, and then for the rest of my face I'm going to be using this fluffy highlighting brush. For my lips, I'm going to be using a combination of my MAC lip pencil in the shade Soar and my MAC lipstick in the shade Kinda Sexy. And I'm just going to do the outline of my lips and then put on the lipstick to create a bit of an ombre effect. Okay, now the last thing left to do is just to apply mascara and lashes. So the lashes I'm going to be using today are my XO Beauty Faux Mink lashes. These are in the style Exotic. I'm going to pop these on off camera and then I'll be back to show you guys the completed look. Okay, so here we have the completed look with lashes. I'm really loving this color combo. It's a little bit different to what I have done in the past. I don't think I've done a look like this where I've done the 2-color crease there. So I'm a huge fan of that, and I think I'll definitely be doing that a lot more in the future with some other looks. Overall with the palette, I was very happy. It's got a lot of pigment. It's fairly easy to blend. It's basically just like any other Morphe palette. Morphe always has, you know, a good quality shadow at a reasonable price. So yeah, I'm very glad that I got this palette and I'm excited to use it a lot more in the future. So yeah, I'll be doing a lot more tutorials using this palette. So if you guys have ordered the palette or you're thinking about getting it, then make sure you subscribe to see my videos that I put out using this palette so that you can get a bit of inspiration. I've mainly only used the matte shades in the palette as well, so I'm excited to try out the new formula, the glittery ones, and some of the shimmery shades as well. If you've ordered this palette for yourself, let me know down below what you think of it. What do you think of the color story? Even if you haven't ordered the palette, let me know what your opinions are on it, because I'm very interested to hear. I can definitely see this becoming a staple eyeshadow palette in my collection, the same way that the volume 1 was in many other people's collections, which I don't have. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, then please thumbs up and subscribe and tick that little bell button so you can get notified every time I post a new video. I hope you guys have a great day and I will see you in the next one.